What's happening, everybody? This is Chris for the Comic Hall Crew, also known as Sith2814.2 on Instagram, coming to you guys with another Comic Haul. This time I'm doing a little bit of a different thing again. This Comic Haul is about the DC Earth 1 series of comics that they've put out, which is kind of like a variation of DC's Elseworlds, if you want to think about it, in which they take the characters you know and you love and they put them in situations that couldn't, shouldn't, or wouldn't exist. And so to a degree, Earth 1 is kind of like that same thing. It's kind of like a new age version of DC's Elseworlds. And so they've done a few of these, and so I figured I would do a comic haul just to give you guys an idea about the ones that are out. So that way, if you like them, you can go ahead and give them a try and give them a read to see which ones you like. So first up is, of course, everybody's Teenage Heroes is Volume 1. It's Earth 1 Volume 1 of Teen Titans. Really great story, completely different take on every character you could possibly think of in the Titans. You see it on the cover, there's Cyborg, there is Beast Boy. This is actually Starfire, that is Raven, who this time around is Native American, and that is Terra over here on the side. So it's a completely different take of all the heroes that we know and love and how they go about being introduced into the world and how they react and how they end up coming together. And so Volume 2 has been released. It is out also for Teen Titans Earth 1. Volume 3 has not been released yet. I'm hoping it will be released sometime soon to round out all three. I would really hate for the story to just be stopped only on Volume number 2. That would just be really, really weird. So next up is Wonder Woman. Earth 1 Volume 1. Again, really great story. As you see, Wonder Woman's costume is the same costume that we know and love, while at the same time having subtle differences to give it a new look and to bring it forward. This one's done by Grant Morrison, who we all know and love. Grant Morrison does amazing work when it comes to the characters that he is writing. And in this one, the combination of the art and Grant Morrison's writing brings us this vivid character and world that I really feel like would have kind of maybe fallen short had anyone else attempted to do it. With Wonder Woman Earth 1, we are lucky. There is Volume 2, which gives you you can see the cover that the world, the cover alone tells you, that maybe the world is a little taken with Wonder Woman, like they usually are. But then again, like it says there on the cover, can she be trusted? Who is this Wonder Woman? And we see that everything isn't as we hoped it would be. It's not as pleasant. It's not as beautiful as we thought it might be with Wonder Woman and how the world reacts to her. But that again, is a Grant Morrison style of writing. Issue 1 was everybody being amazed. Here we are with Volume 2 in the middle of the story, and things have taken what could possibly be a slight turn for the worse for Wonder Woman. You'll have to get the volumes and find out. And Volume 3 has recently been released. You can see it is still shrink wrap. I've not gotten to reading it yet. But I've heard nothing but amazing things for the final act in this 3-part story from Grant Morrison with Earth 1. I think it's going to be amazing because there are people I trust of their comic opinion who say that this story is actually really good. So I have faith that I am going to be reading the end of an amazing story. And so speaking of amazing stories, we have Batman Earth 1 Volume 1 by Jeff Johns. I have not read any of the Batman Earth 1 stories. And so when Batman Earth 1 Volume 3 finally came out, I was determined to get it. And I did. And so I'm really, really anxious to see where this story goes. Like I'm anxious to see how Grant Morrison finishes the Wonder Woman story. And I'm even more anxious to get into Jeff Johns' take on this alternate version of Batman in the Earth 1 story. And so I was lucky to find Issue 1 or Volume 1 of the Batman Earth 1 and Volume 2 all on the same day, which is, as you can see, it's still shrink wrapped. Haven't got a chance to read it yet because it is on the list of readables. but I am sure Volume 2 is going to be just as amazing as Volume 2 of Teen Titans and Volume 2 of Wonder Woman. I have no doubt. And of course, here we have Volume 3 of Batman Earth 1. I do love, I mean, they don't show the full suit, obviously, on the cover, but I do love the yellow background, which kind of harks back to that Tim Burton 1989 Michael Keaton bat suit kind of feel. I don't know what the suit's going to look like, but I'm hoping it has, I mean, just from that look of that symbol, who knows? We'll see. It's interesting that it's not an oval. It's more, to a degree, it's kind of more of a diamond shape on it, which kind of brings about that whole Superman aspect to a degree, because, you know, Batman's usually always had the oval or just a bat. So for them to do it that way takes to a different direction. But I'm sure, I trust in Jeff Johns in making a really good story and wrapping up a really good story involving Batman with this whole Earth 1. And so there is a Green Lantern Earth 1. There's 2 volumes of it right now currently. I wasn't able to find them, so that's why they're not up yet. But there are 2 Green Lanterns, Volume 1 and 2. There's Earth 1 Green Lantern involving Hal Jordan, which, if you are a Hal Jordan Green Lantern fan, that is definitely the book you're going to want to pick up and read, because it is phenomenal also. But when it comes to Earth 1, we have to talk about the story that started it all, which would be Superman Earth 1. This was quite possibly one of the best takes on Superman. As a Superman fan, I can honestly say this is probably one of the best takes on Superman I have read in quite a long time. In this story, there are things that you discover about Superman that you've never thought about. You know, even if you aren't a Superman fan, but if you're a Superman fan in passing, you learn about Superman in this that gives you new insights into who Superman is and how Superman is, and also insights into who Clark Kent actually is and who Clark Kent could have been if he'd decided to do anything else. There's whole panels of it in the beginning of the story that's just like, he could have done so many other things and he still chose to be Superman. I do like the take on the suit, which you can see better on the cover of Volume 2 of Superman Earth 1. Minor detail changes, but it still becomes an amazing suit, and it looks really good on him, and it works well. Just like I was talking about the bat symbol on Batman Earth 3 and how it has a little different. You can see that the Superman symbol on here is actually, it's a little bit more broader. It's got a little bit of a change to it, and so it shows you that this is, as they used to say, this isn't your dad's Superman. I guess that's the way of looking at it. And so I think you will really enjoy this story if you pick it up and give it a read, because it's going to give you a different look into Superman. It's not going to be the same old Superman Boy Scout that everybody complains and talks about. This is the Superman for a new millennium, the Superman for a new generation. And these books are great introductory ways for that new generation to find out about this age-old hero that is quite possibly the most well-known hero around the world. And of course, there is a 3rd volume. And there we have it, Superman Earth 1, Volume 3. Also, again, amazing read. I mean, just the cover alone. I mean, if you're not used to seeing Superman disheveled and beat up and worn down, you know, that cover alone speaks volumes to his state of mind, what's going on. Like, Superman is tired, he is hurt, you know, and he's angry from just the look on his face. And by ripping his suit, you know, it sends that message of, it makes you wonder, is Superman done, is Clark Kent done being Superman? And I think the book does an amazing job of answering that question for you, and wrapping up this whole Earth 1 story. So if you've never read any of them, my suggestion to you is definitely go out, pick up all the Earth 1s, and see which one you like the best. You know, they usually only do about 3 volumes for each one of them. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman all have 3 volumes. Green Lantern and Teen Titans currently only have 2 apiece, but I'm sure DC is working on releasing those and getting them out to you, because they know how much everybody actually loves reading these Earth 1 stories. So until next time, everybody, this is Chris, once again from the Comic Hall crew. Sith2814.2 on Instagram. Like, share, subscribe, tell your mom and them. And until next time, you guys, be good.